Hello and welcome back to another yoga flow on Move with Bree. Thank you so much for joining me for today's flow. This flow is going to be for hips, thighs, hamstrings, and knees. We're going to start in a seated meditation for alternate nostril breath. So go ahead and come down to a comfortable seated position. Cross leg might be best. And then we'll relax the hips and knees. Sit up nice and tall, soften the shoulders down. And then beginning our alternate nostril breath, we'll seal the right nostril with the right thumb and inhale through the left side. Go ahead and plug the left nostril with any finger, pause for a moment, and then release the right thumb and exhale all the way to empty. And then reversing that, we'll inhale through the right nostril, plug and pause at the top, and then exhale through the left nostril. We'll do a couple more rounds together, inhaling through the left, plug and pause, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, plug and pause, and exhale through the left. Inhale, left nostril. Plug and pause. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. And exhale through the left nostril. Good. Release the right hand back down to your lap. Take an inhale through both sides of the nose. And then regular exhale, emptying all the way to the bottom of the breath. Beautiful work. We're going to move to tabletop position. So go ahead and make your way to all fours for cat-cow. And when you get there, right away, go ahead and start to move through your cat and cow positions, inhaling to arch the spine. And exhaling to round the back. We'll do a few like that. Big inhale to arch the spine, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. And then exhale to tuck the tailbone and round the back. Inhale, arch the spine, look up. Good. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine. Good. From there, we're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Shifting the hips forward, come into your lizard pose, getting a nice stretch on the front of the left thigh. And then just an option here, you can take it or leave it, but you might choose to bend that left knee more, reach back with the right hand and grab the top of the foot, coming into a deeper quad stretch. Good. Slowly, gently release that back foot. And then we'll step back to a tabletop position. Right knee meets the left knee. Simply trade sides, left foot to the outside of the left hand. Go ahead and shift both hips forward so you feel that stretch in the right thigh, in the right quad muscle. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, go ahead and bend the right knee more. Reach back with the left hand, grab the top of the foot, and keep dropping the hips forward. Very gently release that right foot. Go ahead and come back to your tabletop position for downward facing dog. We'll tuck the toes under, lift the knees and the hips, and move right back into your downward facing. When you get there, start to pedal out your feet by bending one knee and bending the other knee. A nice way to loosen up the calves, loosen up the hamstrings, but also stretch the soles of the feet. As you pedal out the feet, you might even feel a stretch on that runway of skin connecting the balls of the feet and the toes. Beautiful. And then come to stillness in your down dog. We'll press both heels down strong. And start to walk the feet towards the hands for a forward fold at the top of the mat. When you get into your forward fold there, go ahead and grab opposite elbows. Sway the torso left and right so you feel a release in the low back and the sides of the hips. Nice. Now come back to center, release your hands down, start to shake your head no. And shake your head yes. Bend the knees a lot, round your back, and then we'll start to roll up to stand, almost like you're stacking vertebrae, vertebrae, vertebrae to rise up into your Tadasana pose. When you do get into your Tadasana pose, take an inhale and reach your arms up overhead, big full body stretch. And as you exhale, dive down over the legs, forward fold. Slide the hands up your shins, inhale to halfway lift. And as you exhale, crest back down, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up high, big stretch, big reach. And we'll take the thumbs down to heart center on the exhale to do it again. Big inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms high. Look up to the thumbs, and as you exhale, draw the thumbs to the center of the chest. We'll start to add on to that. As you inhale, reach the arms back up, look up. And as you exhale, dive down to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Now we're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat, but place the hands on the inside of the left foot. So you come back into that lizard pose. This time, option to keep the knee lifted. Good, and then we'll step into a plank pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, either chaturanga or downward facing dog. Inhale, either stay in down dog or upward facing dog. Move into the back bend. And as you exhale, move into downward facing dog. Hips are high, heels push down. On your inhale, lift the right leg. And then as you exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, lizard on the opposite side. So now option here, if you want to lower that back knee, you can. Otherwise, keep it lifted. Feel a deeper stretch on the front of the left thigh, front of the left hip crease. Good. And this time you're going to step the left foot to the top of the mat, a little bit wider leg, forward fold. Heel toe the feet together. On your inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up high. And as you exhale, thumbs down to heart center. We'll add on just a little bit. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. Step the left foot back as you exhale, lizard pose. This time, drop the back knee like we did in the beginning. We're going to take that quad stretch, bending the left knee more, reach back with the right hand, capture the inside of the foot. Drop the left thigh forward towards the ground and lift the chest up high. Good. Release that bind, right hand back down to the floor. Step into your plank pose and take an inhale in plank. As you exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And as you exhale, move back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg. And as you exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Go ahead and lower the right knee down for lizard pose. And then we'll bend the knee more, take it into your quad stretch. Left hand reaches back to grab the inside of the right foot. Drop the front of the right femur bone down. Keep the chest lifted high. And then slowly, gently release that right foot. Both hands at the top of the mat and step to your forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up high. And as you exhale, thumbs down to the center of the chest. We'll add on just a little bit more as you inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Same thing we've done. Your hands will be on the inside of the left foot. Drop the back knee. This time we'll move into a half split by straightening out the left leg and shifting the hips back to stack over that right knee. Good. Stay low in your half split. Feel that stretch on the left calf, left hamstring. And then we'll rebend the left knee, take it into a brief quad stretch by reaching the left hand back. Grab the inside of the ankle. And then release and step to plank pose. Take an inhale in your plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And as you exhale, move back, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Inhale, lift your right leg. As you exhale, step that right foot to the outside of the hands. Dropping the back knee down. We'll pause there. Go ahead and straighten out the right leg, getting that half split on the right side. Stretch the calf, stretch the hamstring. Stay low in the half split. And now rebend the right knee. Moving forward, we'll take that quad stretch, bending the left knee more, reach back with the right hand, grab the inside of the foot. And then with grace and ease, release that foot, plant the hands at the top of the mat, and we'll step into a forward fold. Good. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, rise to stand, reach the arms up high. And as you exhale, draw the thumbs down, center of the chest. Big inhale, reach the arms back up. As you exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Step the right foot back on the exhale. This time, keep the knee lifted. We're going to push the feet down strong and rise up to a crescent lunge. Go ahead and rise up, biceps frame the head. Keep the right knee as straight as you can so that right quad is engaged. Think of squeezing the femur bone with the quad muscle. Deep bend in the front knee. Good. Now lots of balance. You're going to straighten out the left leg. Start to pitch the chest forward and land the hands to frame your left foot. So you're coming down into a pyramid pose. From your pyramid pose, start to walk the hands to the right, and we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold, center of the mat. Feet are planted down strong, and feet are parallel to each other. If you need to put a little bit of a bend in the knees here, that's perfectly fine, but do try to hang the torso heavy, relax the neck, relax the jaw. Let any expression slip off of the face. Good, and then simply walk the hands back to frame that left foot, top of the mat, and then we'll step back for our plank pose. Inhale, chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the left leg. Exhale to step the left foot between the palms. Step the right foot between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up high. And then right back down to forward fold. As you exhale, dive over the legs, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Pause in that runner's lunge, so hands frame the right foot. Squeeze the left quad, push down with the feet and rise up, high crescent lunge. Good, staying here, deep bend in the right knee stacks over the right heel. And then using your balance, start to straighten out the right leg, pitch the chest forward, and gently place the hands down to frame the right foot. And the best that you can, keep both legs straight here, but if you need a little bit of a bend in the right knee, go ahead and take the bend. Now we'll walk the hands over to the left this time, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Again, hanging the head heavy, but this time we're going to interlace the hands behind the back and lift the knuckles up towards the ceiling. If you can also press the heels of the hands or the palms together here, try to get the palms all the way together down to the base. Lift the knuckles a little bit higher and relax the neck a little bit more. Good. Soften the jaw, soften the tongue. Release the hands down to the ground, and we're going to add a skandasana on this side. So go ahead and bend your left knee. Shift your hips towards the back heel or the left heel. And then with or without the hands on the floor, start to walk it to the other side. So now you're taking Skandasana or side lunge on the right, hips to the right. And then we'll go a few times side to side. So go ahead and start to shift your weight back to that left heel. And then walking through center, shift it over to the right. Good. Just a few times side to side. So it's kind of like you're flossing out the hips here. Keep a deep and steady rhythm of breath as you move. Maybe you inhale to the front and exhale to the back. Good. The next time your hands make it over to the right side, you're going to pivot around to face the front and step back to plank. Take an inhale in your plank pose. And then exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. From down dog, bend the knees and look forward. As you exhale, step or hop the feet to the top of the mat. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up high. And exhale, thumbs to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. And this time spring to chaturanga on your exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift the right leg. And then with grace, step the right foot between the palms and rise up to your high crescent lunge. This time we're going to move into eagle pose, so getting very balanced and steady on the right foot. Bring that left knee forward into the chest, so you're in a standing, one-legged Tadasana pose, left leg lifted. Begin to cross your left thigh over the right thigh, and if you can double hook, you can also slip the left toes behind the right calf. Just an option. Take the arms out to a T, and then we'll cross the right arm under the left arm. And another option to double bind if you want to cross the wrists as well. Now keep both knees bent deep, so it's like a chair pose, but the legs are crossed. Keep the chest lifted, so it's like crescent lunge in the chest. We're really going to test the balance on this right leg. So from here, push the right foot down strong, lift back up, left knee into the chest. And then from there, coming into a standing quad stretch, take the knees side by side, and the left hand will reach back to grab the top of that left foot. You can keep the right thumb at the center of the chest or reach the right arm up. And then if you want to take it a step further, you could also tip it forward here, kind of like a dancer's pose. And if you tipped forward, come back up to the quad stretch. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. And then last little bit of balance challenge here. You're going to bend the knee again. Right knee bends, coming down into a figure four chair. Option to stay in the figure four chair, or option to take a figure four forward fold, dropping the chest in towards that shin. If you did take the figure four forward fold, re-bend the right knee, lift the chest. Bring the left knee back in towards the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, set both feet down, standing Tadasana pose. We'll snow angel the arms down alongside the body. And then a big inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Spring to chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift the left leg. And as you exhale, step the left foot between the palms. Rise up to your high crescent lunge. Not here too long this time. We're going to find balance on that left foot and pull the right thigh in towards the chest. Once you find that single-legged Tadasana pose, get very steady on the left foot and cross right thigh over the left thigh, finding your eagle pose on the opposite side. We'll drop the arms to a T, and this time sweep the left elbow under the right elbow, option to double cross at the wrists. Good. Keeping purchase in that left foot, start to straighten out the left knee and bring the right thigh back in towards the chest. We'll move into our quad stretch by bringing the knees together, and this time right hand grabs the inside of the right foot. You can also start to pitch the chest forward here, finding more of a dancer pose variation. Keep the chest lifted even if you bring it forward, hinging from that left hip. And coming back up to the quad stretch, go ahead and release hand from foot, and we'll take that right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. Bring the arms up, bend the left knee, sinking down into your figure four chair. And then just as an option, you can keep the figure four chair, or you might start to straighten out that left leg and fold the chest over the shin. If you find the forward fold variation, make sure you stay relaxed in the jaw, relaxed in the neck. Beautiful work. If you did the figure four forward fold, start to come back up into the chair. Straighten the left leg, take that right knee back in towards the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, arms come down like a snow angel, standing Tadasana pose. On your inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to spring back, Chaturanga. Final one. As you inhale, take your upward facing dog. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Now you can step or hop to a seat at the top of your mat. And we're going to take the legs out, left leg long, right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Go ahead and scoot the flesh out from underneath the sits bones, and then as you inhale, lift the arms up high, and as you exhale, forward fold over the left leg as deep as you can. Maybe the nose comes down to the shin or the knee. Good, and on your inhale, rise back up, stretch the right leg out, so now you're in a wide-legged straddle. Inhale, both arms up, and as you exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Walking the hands back towards you, we'll find Janyu on the other side. So this time, left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. Go ahead and swivel the hips to the right so that you can fold over that right side. Inhale, lift the arms. And then exhale, fold over the right leg, grabbing the ankle, the calf, the foot, whatever you can reach. And then rising back up, we'll take both legs together to the center. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, forward fold over both legs. Not here too long. We're going to start to round the back and roll back up to a seated position. Bend the knees to place the soles of the feet on the floor and go ahead and roll all the way down to the back. Keeping the knees bent, we'll walk the heels in close to the butt. Place the palms down to frame your hips, and on your inhale, lift the hips for bridge pose. Really drive the feet down, so balls of the feet, heels, all 10 toe prints, root into the floor. And then use that pressure of the feet downward to rebound the pelvis up. If it feels good to go a little bit deeper, you can crawl your shoulder blades together and release your fingers. And then push the pinky sides of your hands down. Otherwise, palms flat is good. Stay soft in the front of the neck, soft in the jaw. And if you have the bind of the hands, go ahead and release it. Inhale to reach your arms overhead, just like your full body stretch. Lift your heels off the floor, and then slowly roll your spine down, almost like you're massaging the vertebrae on the way back down to the floor. Good, and then when you arrive, we're gonna do one more, so you can choose to stay bridge pose, or we're gonna amp it up and go into our wheel. Either way, we'll start the same. So go ahead and walk the heels in close to the glutes, palms down by the sides, lift the hips. Now you're either staying here in your bridge, or you place the hands alongside the shoulders, fingers flip to face the shoulders, and you come to the crown of the head. Pushing the hands and feet down strong, lift the crown of the head off the floor. Think of pushing your chest to the wall behind you, while also, it won't happen, but think of straightening the legs here. Chest forward, legs straight. Hold for 5. Breathe deep. Here's 3, 2, 1. Slowly release back down to your bridge. And from bridge, once again, roll the spine down to the floor. Vertebrae, vertebrae, vertebrae. Good. This time we're going to go into a plow pose. So from here, you can bring the feet straight up to the sky and either stay in waterfall position. If you can go a little bit deeper into plow, you're welcome to use the hands on the low back and lift the feet up. Try to touch the toes down to the ground behind the head. They may or may not touch. Either one is good, but if you can touch the toes down, go ahead and reach the toes as far as you can. If you want the support of the hands on the low back, keep them there. If you want to move them, palms down to the floor. Good. If you're in your plow pose, always the option to go deeper by bending the knees and cupping the knees around the ears, dropping the shins towards the floor. And you can stay in this one as long as you want. It's a really great stretch for the low back, but if you want to come out or need to come out now, go ahead and start to roll the spine back down to the floor. And then lowering the legs back down to the floor, we're going to come back up to a seated position to end with a hip stretch and a little bit more breath work. So we're going to come into cow pose, and you can follow along by watching the screen. An easy way to get into it is to cross the knees and then sit back between your heels. And for this cow pose, we're only going to do the legs. We won't incorporate the arms for today. We're going to do a similar style of breathing that we started with, but we're only going to breathe through the right nostril on this round, and we'll do the left on the next one. So go ahead and plug the left nostril with the left thumb. Take an inhale through the right nostril for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale through the right nostril, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same side, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and release your left hand. Take a moment here to sit in cow pose, both nostrils active. And then gently come out of your cow pose. Go ahead and stretch the legs forward. If you want to bump the knees up and down a little bit, that could feel nice. And then we'll trade sides. So whichever knee you had on top last time, you're going to trade. You'll cross that knee in front this time. And go ahead and sit back between your heels. This time we'll take the right thumb to the right nostril. And we'll begin. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and release that hand back down to the lap. Take a moment here in cow pose, breathing through both nostrils. And then once again, slowly, gently release the legs, however it makes sense for you to do so. Go ahead and stretch the legs out in front of you. And if you want to bump the knees, bump the knees. Good. Let's come back to a seated meditation posture. Any seated meditation posture that works best for you. Sitting upright. Relax the weight of the hips, legs, thighs, knees, heels. Feel a sense of heaviness and grounding in the legs. And then almost the opposite effect up through the spine. So like this effervescent rise out of that stability. Good. Soften the shoulders. If there's any expression on the face, go ahead and release that expression. And we'll take a big inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale, hands down to the chest. Take a moment here at the end of your practice to turn gratitude in towards yourself. So taking a moment to be grateful for you for taking this time out for you. And it was such an honor to guide you through this flow. Thank you so much for showing up, for sharing your time and energy with me. Namaste.